Okay, welcome back to our program here on Inside Bicol. At sa kuyang bisita, sabi ko na nga ni, talagang Bicolano, no? His mom is from Bicol, but of course, he studied in America, although he's also studied in Ateneo de Manila. I'm so glad that he's back here, also trying to trace his roots. The Imperial, no? I'm sure that a lot of you there are familiar with the Imperial family. So, siguro, we will continue with our discussion here with, I call him Freddy Imperial Ayala. Okay, Freddy, let's talk about, a lot of people, when they hear Ayala, they know that Ayala is one of the successful business enterprise here. And you're coming here, and sometimes they would ask me, will there be any changes in the tuition fees? Because, they're expecting a different kind of education, just like in Manila, What about here? What are some of your, what can you say about that issue?
Fred, it's important to go back to our mission and vision, which is really summarized in the phrase affordable quality education, focused on employability. So that first word is affordable. So for us, it's important within the market to be on the affordable end. So that is a key part of our objective. We would like to be able to share the benefits of what we've learned from industry with as broad a group of students as possible.
Okay. Now, we all know that Ayala has always been in the forefront on social responsibility. I'm talking about the Ayalas.
Yes.
With you coming here in Bicol, of course, with coming UNC, can we expect also, as far as not only UNC but the Bicolanos here in Naga, about also being part of this social responsibility? And perhaps tell us about what are some of these programs that you pursue.
Sure. So maybe just to share, Ayala has actually been involved in social programs on many fronts, but in particular in education for quite some time. So our foundation, the Ayala Foundation, helped to start the Centex program, which is basically taking public schools in Manila as well as in Batangas, and then helping to mobilize resources so that the outcomes of the students are even better. So they've had a lot of success with their Centex graduates, many of whom have gone on to our Apex schools. Apex schools, we haven't talked about that. These are a chain of 23 high schools in Metro Manila, where again we're trying to do affordable quality education. So Ayala Foundation has this long tradition in education already. And we continue to partner with them, and of course now that Naga, the Bicol area, is part of our area of activities, we will always continue to look for ways to expand our social activities here as well. I'll just mention the other involvement that the Ayala Group has had for quite some time in education is we actually helped with the start of AIM, the Asian Institute of Management, when we contributed the property that helped to make AIM a reality and the great institution that it is today.
Okay. So these are some of the expectations, perhaps, of the with Ayala coming into Bicol area. Now, what about working with other schools here? Are there any plans? What kind of program would you be having? Because there are other schools nearby, outside of Naga. Are there any plans to work with them also? I mean, how we can possibly assist them from this small school?
I think we're looking at partnerships with those with those schools whose, in particular, I guess there's the obvious ways of working together, but the new issue is really the senior high school issue. And so whether it be working with the public schools where there may be a shortage of seats to be able to provide those seats, and secondly for the private schools who may only be going up to grade 10 and now providing an opportunity for their students to go on to grade 11 and 12. So we are reaching out
Very good.
to the public and private schools, so that our grade 11 and 12 can complement what they are doing.
Okay. Now, I think in any development, the issue about technology, about computer is very important.
Yes.
What about here? How would you analyze the situation in UNC? Going to be introducing more of that kind of operation, where everything is computerized?
Yes. I think UNC has already made quite a lot, even before we came, quite a lot of investment on the IT side, our computer labs, etc. So I think we're already in good shape there. I think what we will be adding is a greater integration of tablets and Chromebooks and those kinds of tools into the actual classroom environment, to really simulate what it's like in the real world, where it's really part and parcel of everything that you do. Of course, cost is always a factor, so we can only integrate up to a certain level, but that is our objective, to integrate as much as we can, but yet at the same time keeping it affordable.
Okay. Now, UNC is also known for its sport development program.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, is that the UNC has excelled in basketball and other fields, no? On sports. What are some of the plans of your group as far as the sports development program for its students?
Yes. UNC has a long, proud tradition of excellence in sports, and now that you mention it, I was just meeting yesterday with Jimmy Season, who has been the leader of the athletic program for quite some time, talking about how we can ensure that we continue that tradition. So we fully expect to continue to be successful and hopefully reach even higher heights on the sports front.
I'm sure he mentioned about tennis, because I play tennis also.
You must be very good. If you can play with Jimmy Season, you must be quite good.
He's my idol, no?
Okay.
And of course, we all know Bong Season plays a lot of golf. So UNC is very much identified with sports. What about a lot of? I would always hear that alumni of UNC would normally come to Naga and have their get together. What are some of your programs for the alumni as far as school is concerned?
Yes. We're in early days of planning, but the objective is very much there, to reach out even more to the alumni. I think Bong Season and the team have already done a very good job in terms of working with the alumni, but we would like to now see how we can engage further, whether it be through social media or other means, but maybe now we can add another element to the dialogue, which is about employability. Many of these alumni have gone on to be successful, so surely they will want to employ these graduates since they know they come from UNC, and now if they can see that there's this added element of the PEP, or Professional Employment Program, or the senior high school. Now, because, for example, senior high school, I think it does take a more open mindset to say, I'm going to now take a grade 12 graduate and see what they can do. So that's one. I think the second one is really on the scholarship program.
Yes, okay.
We are committed to our scholarship programs. We will continue that. But like many schools, alumni are a big part of that. They want to pay it forward. They want to give back. Now, if we can provide a more direct link so that they can see, by putting in my scholarship, I know this child is going to go on to a good return on investment.
Right. I know for a fact that a lot of graduates of UNC, because I have cousins
Yes.
based in America.
Okay.
They finished here.
Yes.
Nursing. They have now retired, and they're very much willing to help the school. That's why I'm sure that with the program that you'd like to introduce, I'm pretty sure that a lot of your graduates here will be very much involved. A lot of, as I've said, a lot of them are in the nursing profession.
Yes.
Because I know that UNC is also considered during the time that and they have now jobs. Some of them have even retired in America, and I always hear that they want to
Yes.
share with So I guess that's a good direction as far as the school is concerned of really tapping them, because we all know that the alumni plays an important role
Yes.
in any development.
No, I think the nursing alumni are a great example. UNC has always been a leader in nursing. You're right, they're all over the world. And they were very generous and contributed to one of our new buildings. So, we would just like to encourage, it's so natural. People want to give back.
Right.
I think we just want to give them more clarity on how they can
I guess so.
specifically help.
That's true. And of course, the feedback that you give, the feedback about well, it's too bad, Freddie, we again ran out of time. I think it was very, very fruitful. And so what is your message to all watching us here on GNN, on Inside Bicol, especially your graduates, your alumni? What is your message to them?
I think, Fred, our strong belief is that by adding the very solid foundation of academic foundation of UNC with the employability that we bring from industry and Ayala education, that 1 + 1 really can result in terrific careers for our students. And our goal is, as I mentioned, is threefold. Our first goal is to help UNC going from being one of the leaders in Bicol to being one of the leaders in the country. Second, to help our students really become careers made real is our tagline, to really have the best possible careers, whether it be in the Naga area or elsewhere. And the third is really to develop the best campus spirit, school spirit, that we can for all the stakeholders. Of course, the students, but also all of the staff, both the teaching staff and the non-staff. The non-teaching staff, it's very important for them to also have a lot of career growth and opportunity.
Okay, so there you are. Nadangugta ang explanation kan sa tuyang bisita, ang bagong presidente kang UNC, no? And I'm sure that a lot of you have now learned, if there are any doubts na clear na sa inyo kung ano ang magiging direksyon. Sa Ilingco, magdakulang bagay na imakulang sa UNC, but also here in Bicol with the coming of the Ayala Group. So with that, I'd like to thank our guest for tonight, Freddie Imperial Ayala, for taking time out and joining us. I'm sure that sabi nga niya si Bago, ang mother niya expecting him to really, do the best for Naga. So with that again, I'd like to thank here, and of course, all of you there watching Inside Bicol. Thank you and good night. Thank you, Freddie.
Thank you, Fred.